What's up, guys? Welcome to the U.
She call me Dickie Cortez when she introduced me. Money running out, I'm hungry, I'm at the jaw now. Jackson Bricky, my nigga, I'm ready to ball now. It's never to the shine.
NFL edition, looking at some off-season action. A lot of stuff going on since we last talked. Try to hit on some of the main points. Starting it off early, Lamar Jackson requested a trade. Huge implications. Obviously, we knew all the contract issues he was having with the franchise tag. No one seems to want to sign him. Kind of crazy. So some points I want to make is Lamar Jackson's actually his own agent. He represents himself, which I actually love. Obviously, there's some issues with agents taking a way bigger cut than they should. They kind of think of their own self, so I love this for Lamar. And I just want to ask you guys, so now that he requested a trade, where would you like to see him? I've asked this question other times, but where would you like to see him now that he officially requested a trade? So,
so I gotta think for a second.
Okay.
I think the Commanders could be a good spot for him.
I like that.
They got some good receivers he could throw to. I don't know how their O-line is, and I know their defense isn't great, but
I mean, right now they're starting Sam Howell. That's what they were going with. So I think Lamar Jackson's obviously a huge upgrade from that.
that would be huge for them.
Yeah, we've seen some free agent acquisitions like the Saints. So Saints are out of the picture. Raiders are out of the picture. Doesn't look like the Packers or Jets are in the picture. They're looking like they're sticking with their guys if Rodgers goes to the Jets.
Right.
I think an underrated place no one's talking about is maybe Carolina or Tampa Bay.
I was thinking Tampa Bay.
Bay.
Because I always,
Ooh.
when we were talking about this earlier, I always thought like the Saints would be a good place for him.
Yeah.
But then they got Derek Carr, so then I was thinking Tampa Bay because I haven't heard anything about Tampa Bay, and they're starting completely over.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think they're bringing back like almost anybody.
They still have the two receivers. They still have Godwin and Evans. That's a good match. I mean, they have a decent tight end. They still have a great defense. Still have Levante David. They got great safeties, good D line. I think that could be a great fit for.
And I'm guessing Carolina's gonna draft C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
Or who's the other guy? Bryce Young.
Yeah, one or the other probably. So I was just throwing that out.
Like
there.
100%.
For them next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, because they made the trade for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him in Tampa Bay, like a brand new look for Tampa Bay, one good quarterback to another good quarterback.
Yeah, I like
nice.
it. I mean, obviously, way different play styles too.
That's just what I'm thinking about. But they're done with Lenny, right?
Yeah, Lenny's not
So
there.
they're done with Lenny. They don't really got a running back.
Looking like the
They're-
Rashad White
They
show.
got Rashad White. Rashad White's good. Rashad White's
He's all right. He's all right.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm just saying Lamar would make Godwin and Evans so much worse, though.
Yeah, but at the same time, he would make them better than what they're going to be this year if they stick with Blaine Gabbert, I think, is their quarterback right now. I don't even know. Boley, we'll go to you. Where do you want to see him besides the Ravens?
Resident Ravens fan over
Yes.
here.
So I think every statement that's been made has been completely false. I think if any team that hasn't been talked about is going to actually go for him, it's the Patriots. I think he wants to play under Bill Belichick.
Wow.
And obviously he's going to ask for a lot. I think that it makes most sense. If he was to go to the Patriots, he wants to probably play under Bill Belichick. The trade package seems, just about right. Mac Jones, 2 firsts. I don't want to see him go. I don't think he will go. But to kind of like touch up on this topic is Deshaun Watson really like blew out this quarterback market. Everyone wants a bag. Everyone wants all the money that they can possibly get and even more, even guaranteed money. I still just don't see any team matching his offer. I don't even think if any team was going to go for him, I think it's going to be the Patriots. I still don't think they're going to even try for it. They know they got to pay him. They know that he's coming up on a huge contract. And I just don't see it happening. I don't see any team going after it other than the Ravens. They want their franchise quarterback still in the house, and I just think that they'll stay. John Harbaugh wants him. I saw a video of him saying that that's his main priority right now.
Mm-hmm.
But, like you said earlier, Lamar's his own, he's his own agent, essentially, that he's just going to want wherever he can make the most money at this point.
But
so.
I feel like the Ravens haven't shown that they want him.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. They're not John Harbaugh because he obviously has expressed
I'm sure
it. The
he
front
wants
office
him.
has not expressed
Yeah.
any loyalty to him at all. I just want to say I love the Patriots take. I would love to see him and D-Hop maybe team up there. They always have a great defense. Could be a very competitive. As a
That'd be
Jets fan,
crazy.
I would absolutely hate it. Please do not go to the Patriots, Lamar, if you're watching. Please don't. But yeah, I actually love that take, Bully. I would totally
Yeah, that's a
agree.
good idea.
I think Mac Jones also on the Ravens wouldn't be the worst compensation back. I think that's definitely a quarterback that can man that team to the playoffs. So I love that take.
But at the end of the day, it just comes down to who's got the most cap space, and I think the teams that have the most cap space aren't gonna go for him, to be completely honest.
Because most of those teams are going to be high in the draft. So why are you going to get a quarterback that's not going to?
that
And
too.
it's also not worth it, really.
No, that not even just that. I think it's just that if you say you have $35 million in cap, you're gonna build around. You're not gonna throw $30 million at a star quarterback.
Right.
You're gonna build around your offense, your defense, but just not your franchise
Yeah.
quarterback. You're gonna draft your franchise quarterback.
Unless,
Which
Get him on that rookie deal, and that's when
unless
you win
you're
the Super Bowl.
unless you're a team like Tampa Bay, who's
Tampa Bay has Baker Mayfield. That's why I don't think they signed him to 1 year. I don't think that's.
Oh,
I
I
forgot
totally
about
forgot.
that.
That's a good point.
That's why I don't
It's
think
not-
anything is gonna happen with that.
I mean, even still though, I feel like if you have the shot to get Lamar Jackson, why don't you?
they don't want to pay it.
he's also injury prone.
That is very
That's-
true,
that's-
and you would have to put.
I feel like
decent
that's
amount of
I feel like
comp up.
that's a huge conversation
Point,
that these
yeah.
organizations will have if they're considering going after
Mm-hmm.
Lamar.
Yeah, you're paying him this bag, but is he going to play more than 3 years and be the
And
Lamar Jackson?
Is he gonna play more than
full season?
Exactly.
Yeah.
More into playoffs.
Yeah, when it gets to playoff time, is he
Is he
going to
gonna
be
be
starting? Yeah, I totally agree. All right, and then last point I want to make: are the Ravens screwed for this year? Lamar said he will sit out if he does not get the contract he wants.
Wow.
If
So does he want to be paid, or does he want
He wants
out
to
of
get-
the Ravens organization?
No. he wants to get paid, and he would stay with the.
He
has said,
doesn't care if it's with the Ravens or with someone
Yeah,
else.
but obviously
He's
at this point, it seems like kind of the relationship with him and the organization has kind of frayed a little bit due to these contract talks. And the point you made about Deshaun Watson, spot on. He has absolutely tanked this market, and there is no reason why Deshaun Watson's getting paid more than Lamar Jackson. There is no reason, especially with the off-the-field issues, which Lamar has pretty much never had in his whole career. And if you look at production, Lamar Jackson's still a better quarterback, so I kind of agree. And now, like you're saying, instead of building an offense or defense, a team's gonna have to pay a quarterback $40 million a year, Daniel Jones, and then you get screwed with your offensive line, defensive line, cornerback. So I think it's stupid. I think the Ravens are screwed this year, especially if they don't give him the contract. Tyler Huntley is, especially in your division, tough division. I don't think you guys make playoffs if Lamar Jackson doesn't play this year. What do you guys think about the Ravens? Screwed this year, yes or no?
I completely agree that they're not making the playoffs if
Lamar doesn't
he
play.
sits out.
Yeah.
That being said, if they give him the contract that he deserves, then I mean, obviously that's the best situation for everybody. But and I mean, we'll see.
We'll see.
We don't know what happens if he
Mhm.
goes to another team, if they get another quarterback back, if they have to start Tyler Huntley next year.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, everything else is just like, well, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you have to say? You think Ravens screwed? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think they're screwed. I don't even think they'd make the playoffs if he did play.
Bull. I mean, obviously touchy subject. I don't want to. Obviously, you're gonna have faith in your team, but what do you think? Are the Ravens screwed this year? Draft night hasn't even happened yet.
No, I don't think they're screwed yet. Are they to be worried about? Yes, of course. You obviously don't have a quarterback right now. As of right now, you're starting Tyler Huntley, who's not gonna,
Pro bowler.
He's not
Oh my
gonna.
God, that's going on the resume.
He's not gonna cut it in the AFC North or AFC East. My bad.
No, AFC
North.
North.
Sorry. But yeah, no, he's not gonna cut it playing against the Bengals twice. Obviously,
Pittsburgh.
the Steelers, who's obviously our rivals, and Cleveland, who I mean is Deshaun Watson's probably playing.
Yeah.
They went out of their way to get Elijah Moore, which was awesome for them.
Yeah,
I think
that was
good
a
trade for the
that was
Jets
a great
too.
move.
That's what I'm saying. Even if Lamar plays, I don't think Ravens are a playoff team. I don't think they make the playoffs. They're 100% they're not winning their division over Cincinnati
Yeah.
or even Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I think they're the third best. They're debatably the third best team in that division.
Yeah.
And,
And then just because of the reason that the Browns always suck, because the Browns on paper are a better team than them.
and that's why I'm saying I'm not debating if Baltimore is the second or third best team. I'm debating if they're the third or fourth best
Yeah.
team in just that division.
Mhm.
Like they're.
Yeah.
I completely disagree.
Of course.
No,
you're
I'm
a
gonna
Ravens
be
fan.
completely honest. Dude, the Bengals just lost their star safety Their defense has
Safeties
never
don't
been
matter.
good. Their defense has never been good. The Ravens have always had a good defense. They got Roquan Smith, they got Patrick Queen, they have great corners, although they've been saying Marlon Humphrey or Marcus Peters, I forget off the top of my head, to the Giants.
I want to say Marlon Humphrey, but yeah.
I forget who, but the Ravens defense has always been stellar for the past decade. They've always been great. Although the offense isn't what it seems like right now, I think if I'm going to take a hot take, the Giants isn't any better. So
I'm not saying they are, but I'm not defending the Giants. I'm saying the Ravens suck.
no, but what I'm trying to say is
This is
that
getting personal.
if the Ravens want to keep Lamar, which I think they will, and I think they're going to pay him, there's going to be a lot of changes in the offense. They're obviously going to go out for a star receiver, and I think they're going to honestly get rid of Mark Andrews.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I've been seeing
For contract reasons. I mean, Mark Andrews is obviously going to have to get paid.
Somewhere.
And they also have Isaiah Likely, who's very underrated and also on a rookie deal.
Very likely to start, too.
And very likely to start. He also shown he progressed crazy during the end of the season when Andrews was hurt a little
He looked
bit.
great last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I still think they could come out top in the AFC North, but I mean, also it is a very hard division. You still got the Bengals who are.
I was going to say,
hard to
Bengals
worry
just
about.
beefed up the O-line, too, signing Orlando Brown. Both tackles look great. I think you're kind of underrating their defense as much as they're not top 10 defense at all. They play hard. They do enough that they could win the Super Bowl with that defense, and that's been shown in the playoffs these past 2 years.
Against Pittsburgh, the Ravens are not going to score enough points to win that game, to win those games. Against Cincinnati, against Pittsburgh, yeah.
Is Pittsburgh going to score enough points?
Yeah, I think that's also a
Yeah,
good
that's
question.
also a
That's kinda-
That's a pretty good question.
I don't know. Ravens aren't going to
I will
have
say-
fun there.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be able to keep up with the Bengals, dude.
Yeah.
And no matter how good the Ravens defense is, their offense will not be able to keep up with
When the
Bengals
Ravens play
offense.
Pittsburgh, bet the under.
The under's
It's
probably
probably
like
going
10.
to be like 20.
Yeah. All right, let's roll into the next point. This is actually a story that's been ongoing, seems for like 5 or 6 years now. It's looking like the Commanders will have new owners before the season starts. Dan Schneider, I know everyone knows about like all the allegations he's been going against, cheerleaders coming out. We don't want to talk about that on this show. But the question I have for you boys, would you like to see Jeff Bezos buy the team? I think it'd be kind of cool, have some Amazon drones drop your beer off during the game or something. I think that'd be really cool. And also I want to know, do you think this is a good thing for the NFL or a bad thing? Dan Schneider has been the team owner since '99. What do you guys think?
I don't think Jeff Bezos will buy the team, but here's a crazy take. So you guys know the Amazon Statcast, right?
Yeah, the Thursday night shit.
Hey, you never know. He's got his front door in the way
Yeah.
with the NFL. So you never know. It's always a possibility, but I don't see him going for it. I do think Dan Snyder's out, though. I saw like an offer for like $6 billion for the team. So, I mean, if I'm him, I'm taking it. I'm getting out of there. I'm going to Punta Cana. I'll see you.
Dude, he could buy Punta Cana with that money, dude.
I don't want to see Snyder or Bezos there. Just give me someone
So-
else besides those two people.
So I
I'll
also-
take anyone else.
Yeah, I've been seeing
besides those two people.
So like you know how like no one outright just buys the team. It's always like a group that does it.
Yeah.
So the group that bought the Dodgers with Magic Johnson was one of them. The Devils owner was actually another one of them. I don't know his name off the top of my head. And also the Flyers owner is one of the other people that are looking to buy. So it'd be crazy to see that. I think it would be a good look for the NFL. Dan Schneider has been like a, what do we call it, a dookie stain on the NFL owners lately. He has obviously been putting them in a bad light. So I think it would be great for the Commanders to get a new owner and maybe get them a little more positivity going because they have a good team and I would like to see them. Okay, that's everything for today. This has been the NFL segment with Undrafted Sports and the U. Thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe.
I went undrafted to get to me. Keep talking down, though I love it.
Tom McGrath Electric. It's electric.